Hi everyone and welcome back to today's More Important Charts Appraisals on Wednesday the 23rd of September with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets. Moving on to cable now. Sterling has been under pressure the last few days. Big strong candles to the downside as this dollar has rebounded. That is putting real pressure on the outlook within this band. Been sort of focusing on the 53.30 level, which was that key reaction low from July, became key reaction low earlier on in September. Again, that pressure is now putting downside pressure on the 53.30 level. So what we are seeing is that happening today. Here's the hourly chart. You can see that you had an initial spike lower actually, which turned around very sharply, and it's that initial move lower, and 53.30 was obviously breached, but not decisively. But I think that the downside pressure is still fairly strong in this chart. Looking at the stochastics, you've had that sort of crossover now. Last time we had a crossover, you saw a big strong move to the downside developing. You've had that crossover here on the stochastics again. MACD lines not too bad, but not positively configured anyway anymore. Look. If you sort of look at this this range, they're more negatively configured. Very slight bearish bias than the sort of positive bias that they had back in sort of May, June, early July. Now taking on more of a negative sort of bias. RSI sort of hitting 60 and rolling over. That's never really good when you see that from a medium term basis. Certainly having gone below 30 as well. So if there is a slight negative bias now within this range, and you'd say that that's fair enough considering you're sort of trading towards the lows of the range now. Pressure on 53.30, and it'd be interesting to see if we see a close below. If we do see a close below 53.30, I would say that that's probably a sign that we're going to be testing towards the range lows again. 51.70. That is the sort of key lows in this chart. There's a pivot level on the near term, 54.75. So you'd argue that any rally could still fall over at that point and then still put pressure once again back to the downside as this sort of if this hourly chart does start to unwind, which it could well do. And I mean, it's showing signs potentially of unwinding already. But I think in terms of immediate resistance, you've got this sort of level at 53.65 and the 53.80. And well, that comes underneath the 54.75 level. So I think rallies are now a chance to sell on cable, looking at this hourly chart, considering the negative configuration on the momentum anyway, certainly in the last week or so, all lower highs, lower lows. So a rally back towards maybe sort of unwinds the hourly RSI, maybe towards sort of 40s, maybe early 40s. Then I would say that that's probably your chance to sell if you do see another sell signal. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and looks like downside pressure still on this cable chart. Although it hasn't been confirmed yet, I still think it could well do today. So I wish you good luck in your trading, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.